Okay, so today we're going to have a look at the Ski Mojo. So they just upgraded it. I did have the old one. I was quite excited to get the new one and see what it was like. So basically, the Ski Mojo now comes in, I suppose what's more like a harness really. It's kind of like when we go climbing and stuff, it's kind of that type of style. For me, I thought that was better than the last one, which was the strap. For those of you who don't know what the Mojo is, basically this is what it looks like on the inside. Has a spring in here. Basically, when it's in an off position, there's no real sort of pressure in it. But when you actually switch it on, like this, then it's actually very, very strong. So what happens is that we clip this end into our boot, like so, and this side then goes into the strap, and when that's like that, it just gives it a real sort of strength on the knee, on the leg, if you like, so it takes the pressure off the knee. Okay, so obviously it comes with all the Velcro. The Velcro keeps it strapped to the leg. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a faff. You know, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I don't know if I'd really get into that. But I love skiing. So most people like to be out first thing in the morning, first lift, back in the evening on the last lift, and you know, all types of skiing. So obviously legs kind of get quite tired. So I had a friend that was using these, and I kind of couldn't understand how he was been able to ski so much longer than me. We're kind of equal fitness and stuff. So then he revealed his secret, and I think probably one of the biggest problems for Ski Mojo as a company, I would have thought, is that people don't really like to tell you that they're wearing them. They just look like they're good. So anyway, how does it work? Well, with the new one, you just slip into it like this, and then it just sort of straps in like so. It doesn't really need to be that tight actually. And then the actual Mojo just goes like this. It just velcros around the leg, and again, it doesn't have to be that tight. And when you put it on, a good sort of tip is to sort of have it more towards the back of the leg, not towards the side. You know, it kind of always feels like it should be going down the side, but in reality it isn't. It goes down this bit goes down the back of the leg. Put on this one, and probably, you know, once they're all set up and I've unpacked them and everything, I suppose realistically it takes about 2 minutes extra in the morning when I'm getting ready. So yeah, it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, so then they're on. So once they're on, just put my ski trousers on, and that covers them up, and then that's it, ready to go. When it comes to putting on the boot, so normally the boot's in the boot room, so you know, have the trousers on, go down to the boot room. On the back of the boot we have the attachment. Obviously when you get it, you kind of have to watch the video, work out how to put the attachment on. The important thing is it goes towards the back, not at the side. It probably goes about 1 inch off of the centre. That's where I find it kind of works the best. So let's see how it goes on. So as I put the boot in, then I just line it up at the back, and then that's in. And then that's in for the day, really. I don't really touch it once that's in. So again, so line it up. And that's it. Okay, so they're on. So basically how it works is that obviously these are inside the ski trousers, and then when I'm skiing I just turn them on, so I have a little button here and just push the button on, and then once it's like that, then I have all that springiness, if you like. I kind of could probably sit here like this all day because the spring actually pretty much holds it up. And then just really that's exactly how it works. It just takes all the pressure off the knee. Also takes a lot of pressure off the thighs. So when you have that whole sort of, you know, you're doing those sort of really long runs and sort of thighs are getting tired for most people. With these, obviously, you're taking the pressure off, and you know it just makes it a lot more comfortable, really. Obviously, chair lifts. Then you just literally click these, and these are always accessible through the ski trousers. It's just easy. In fact, you know, people don't even notice that you're doing it. So you just come up, click, click, and then you can kind of sit down. So you get off the chairlift, up you come, and then you're back on as it goes. So in terms of how it feels compared to the old one, it probably feels a bit more secure because of the harness. Actually, I quite like that. So that's quite an interesting addition. The rest of it pretty much seems the same. The Mojos come in 2 different strengths. For my weight, I could go for either one. So I could have the silver one and have it the spring done up tightly, or I can go for the gold one and have it to the bottom. The first time I had a silver one, and as soon as I had it, I thought I wish I had the gold one. Once you get used to it, you seem to want to have it. The spring is pretty much as strong as it'll go. So the ones that I've got now are the gold ones. And on the instructions, it sort of says, you know, like this is your weight, so you turn the spring to the right level for your weight. Once you've been using them a while, I think kind of what you tend to do is just ratchet them all the way up. A tip for fitting them, I would say that where the joint is, just make sure that the joint is slightly below the knee rather than right on the knee. It just seems, when you put it on like this, it looks like it's a little bit lower, but actually that seems to be the best thing. For me, I like to do a lot of off-piste skiing. That means that sometimes, you know, especially on deep snow and that, you can end up sort of falling over. And obviously you want to be able to get up and be unrestricted, and I find if the joint's lower, then it doesn't seem to affect me. I do a fair bit of ski touring. Sometimes it's a bit hot, you know, to be honest, you know, because you've got an extra layer effectively covering up your legs. So if you're sort of walking up, you know, you're walking up sort of long distances or hills and that, you know, you have got that extra weight. So, you know, I would guess that would be a choice of whether you'd actually decide to wear them for that or not. And then pretty much the only time that I ever really sort of ski with them switched off is if I'm skiing like a slope that I'm really unsure of and it's very, very deep snow. So obviously, because, you know, if you fall over, then you kind of got to click them off and stand up. But for most of the time, I pretty much ski with them switched on all day. Okay, so just summing up, I mean, I think the new Mojo is, it's not that different, but it is a little bit different. I don't, you know, I think whether you upgrade or not is kind of like a personal choice. I think the harness thing definitely feels a lot better. The original strap that it came with kind of just, it worked fine, but it kind of felt a little bit amateurish, I suppose, and with this it just feels like it's a much better fit, and yeah, I mean for me personally, I really like it. I think it's a lot better. The actual mojo itself is pretty much the same. Overall, do I think it's worth skiing with mojos? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think it really, like I say, it takes the real stress off the knees. You know, I've been skiing for 30 years. Ideally, I'd like to try and ski another 30. I'll take 20, maybe. But I certainly would like to ski for a long time, and taking the stress off my legs and my knees, I think it really helps. It certainly makes the day a lot more comfortable. The guys that I like to normally ski with are pretty hardcore, so you know, we like to be pretty full on, and this really helps. So yeah, I mean, value for money, I think they're amazing. It's like 300 quid. It's kind of like, it's not a lot of money for the benefit that you get. So yeah, I think I'd recommend them probably even more now with the new version than what I would have done before.